You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Carmon versus Carmon.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Carmon, you open your case today in hopes of saving your 18-year marriage. You testify your husband denies he fathered your 4-year-old daughter, Ronasia. But you plan on proving paternity today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carmon, you say when the DNA results reveal that you are not Ronasia's father, your marriage is over. You claim to have bombshell evidence that proves another man is the daddy. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So, Mrs. Carmon, what is at stake today?
Your Honor, 18 years of marriage, 27 we have been together. Today, our life is really dependent on what's gonna happen today.
Wow. And so your marriage is on the line.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been in turmoil because of this paternity issue.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what is the current status of this relationship, Mr. Carmon?
On the thinnest ice known to man.
27 years together and you're on thin ice.
How can I put it? It's like, the ends of the bread getting hard. The ends around the bread getting crunchy.
Ain't no need for it to be crunchy.
It's drying up.
Ain't no need
You know
for
what
it
I'm
to be
saying?
crunchy.
And it's really that pretty face right there.
Which is...
That pretty face
yes,
right there.
Yes, that's your face.
And I've been right there the whole time.
Yes, you have.
From day one.
And I see tears in your eyes when you look at her.
Yes, I love all 5 of my children by this one woman. I'm right here with this woman.
And I'm right here with you, and that's your daughter.
And I don't have no kids nowhere else. I have nobody nowhere else. And I've been doing my job in my house.
And so you are in the home together now.
We are.
You're married.
Yes, we are.
You once had, obviously, a wonderful relationship. You've been together 27 years.
Yes.
Take me back.
When we hooked up, oh my God, it was so fantastic. We used to go out, we had a great time, and now we're here.
So it started off great. You got married, started a family.
Yes.
How does it get to the point where there could be a paternity issue at all?
Well, Your Honor, we had a separation. I went to rent a car, and I couldn't get a car, and it was around Easter time. So because I couldn't get the car, I kind of took it out on him. And so we were arguing back and forth, and we decided that he was gonna leave.
Because of a rent-a-car?
Yes, because of a rent-a-car, Your Honor.
So obviously there were some other things going on because you don't get separated because of a rent-a-car. So, Mr. Carmon, what was your relationship like during that separation?
I was just being a father to my kids and, trying to maintain that and trying to work it out.
No, Your Honor.
Because I ended up moving with
he went
my
and
folks.
no, he went and rented an apartment.
Yeah, I went and got my own.
Turned it into a boom boom room. I had to pay somebody $100 to go into the home to see what was going on, and it was party central.
And so a boom boom room is what, a party house?
It's a party house.
With women?
With women.
And everything else?
And everything else.
Jerome, you been to a boom boom room?
That's why they call me Jerome Boom Boom Hamilton.
I learn new things every day in this courtroom. So, Mr. Carmon, you got yourself a boom boom room during the separation?
That is correct.
That is correct? You can enter that into evidence right now.
And I'm not finna sleep. My stuff get thrown out when I'm sleep in the front yard with my stuff.
Okay,
I want to get me a roof. Throw all my stuff out on the front yard a woman go. I went and got my own place.
So you said she threw you out, so you went and got your own place?
I came home, she called me talking about, I'm around the corner park talking to my partner. She called, you know what? Tasmanian devil. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, what you talking about? So I come back to the house, yard sale.
Oh.
What the?
So you put his stuff out and you had a yard sale, Miss Carmon?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, so you sold his stuff and you put him out.
Yeah, so
you had to get your stuff and go get a place to live. Okay, I do want to understand this part where you decided, how did you even get an inkling that it could be a boom boom room and pay the person $100 to go in there and infiltrate?
Because his
family member?
Yes, came and picked me up. and told me, she said, you must know what's going on over there. So we were staking out. We were actually staking out for a while before we came to the conclusion that I needed to send somebody up in there.
And so you would see the people coming in and out?
Yes.
So you decided I'm gonna pay somebody $100?
I did.
And you did?
I did
And
that.
they went in there and came back and reported to you.
He showed me a videotape. I gave him the $100 bill. He showed me a videotape with him with all kind of women kissing on him, sitting all on his lap, doing all kinds of stuff.
Uh-oh.
So then I decided I gotta go to me. I'm not supposed to sit around, even though, and I can't believe we had been married so long, we should have been able to work through this. But I wasn't about to sit around. I went and did me. I went and found somebody, and I had to go and do me.
So you got yourself your own boom boom
Yes,
room.
I got myself my own boom boom room, and then he found out about it.
Hold on, you skipped the part. So during this time when you got yourself your own boom boom room, how many guys were you dating?
Oh, just one, Your Honor.
Just one man?
Oh, yes.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. How do you get back together? Because you're back living together now.
So what happened is he called me up and he asked me, he said, are you messing with somebody? And immediately I told him yes. When I told him yes, when I went home, he was at the door with his bags.
So you came home.
Yes.
You said yes. Let's try it again.
Yes.
Did you break it off with the other man?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
You did, and
I
you
did.
all started trying to fix your marriage.
Yes, we never talked about anything. I think it was basically just swept up under the rug because we went on like nothing ever happened.
So take me to the day you found out you were pregnant.
So I was feeling sick. I had been working out, trying to lose some weight. You know, I done packed on some pounds having all them kids, if I can blame it on that. And so the doctor came in and he basically told me that I was pregnant. He was kind of like sitting at a little table. And then the doctor asked me, was it okay for him to be in the room? And I said, yeah, that's my husband. And then I went on with my pregnancy.
And so were you happy? Did you say, I have doubt? What was your response?
No, at the time, I was like, all right, well, one more, let's do it again. Wasn't planning on it, but all right.
When did you start feeling doubtful?
Oh, well, can I approach the board?
Please, you brought an exhibit. I'd like to see what you brought.
All right, well, we're gonna start off right here. A year and a half ago, bam, this is what took place first. Thanks for being a stepdad.
Wait a minute, what is that? That's a phone.
Text messages
Oh, you got a text message.
from the mystery man's family member.
I ain't never seen it.
How old was Ronasia when you get these text messages?
3 going on 4.
Oh, so the baby been born, you all been raising Ronasia, and you back together, your family's together.
That is
and
correct.
then between 3 and 4 years old, you get these text messages on your phone.
Yep.
And the first text message says, thanks for being a stepdad.
No, that was the highlight of the text.
Oh, the
That
highlight.
was the highlight of the thanks for what? Y'all jiving. Okay, so then we gonna move right along. Make sure it stay up there. Step aside so Lakeisha and my cousin can be together. Blah, 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 blah. What? You jive.
I've never seen that, Your Honor.
Then, we demand a DNA test for Ronasia. Mystery man's people.
I want to understand this. After Ronasia's 3 years old, you get text messages. They start off, and at some point, you get a message that says, thanks for being a stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
But then lastly, they ask for a DNA test. Why would they specifically ask for a DNA test if there was no question of paternity? Why?
Okay, Your Honor. He mentioned a family member. He never mentioned the man. So the family member, they wanted me to be with him. But the man never got at him or harassed him about anything.
Never said he did.
But listen, for them to send a text to your husband talking about Ronasia after she's 3 years old, it seems to me that for 3 years, somehow this man and this family have been thinking and deliberating and trying to figure out, is
Wait a
this
minute.
baby
But now, This was
his?
summer 2011. It's supposed to be over with. The girl was 3 going on 4, but this 2000, it's 6 years later, they asking for a paternity test. Why?
Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Carmon?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's saying that the window of conception does not match up to the separation. It matches up to a period of time when you were back in the home, supposedly working on the marriage. Were you still having sexual relationship with this other man after you all decided to work on your marriage?
No.
Were you in contact with this man?
Yes.
You were?
Yes. He was sending me messages through social media. I had to block him.
But now his family members now say they want a DNA test. It doesn't add up. Are you sure that you still didn't have any dealings with this man after you reconciled with your husband?
I did not have no contact with him besides him contacting me on social media.
Did you
And I
ever
blocked him.
tell this other man he could be the biological father?
Absolutely not. I hadn't messed with that man since 2011. Once I cut it off, it was off. The only contact we had was him contacting me on social media. There was no relationship or nothing going on. There's no way in the world he cannot be her father. It's no way, no how.
So, Mr. Carmon, was there any further contact with this mystery man and his family after you reconciled with your wife?
Well, before she turned 4, then all the throwing stuff in my face, kept throwing the dude in my face, talking about, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that, and he gonna send me some money and all this type of stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's gonna send me some money?
Yeah, he gonna send me $500.
Who's saying this, your wife?
Yeah, right to my face.
I did, Your Honor.
So wait a minute, you actually said Ronasia is not your child and that the other man's gonna send you some money.
I did it out of anger, Your Honor. I didn't mean it. And I know it came back to bite me, but I didn't mean it.
You don't play chess with children.
Okay? That is a
It's
true
not the child's
statement.
fault. The child don't know nothing.
And so you do understand that once you said that,
I understand.
any security he may have had, all turned to doubt.
I understand, Your Honor. And I was wrong for that, and I apologize. But you know what? She looks just like him. She looks just like him. How could a man sit there, regardless of what I said, and I understand that, but a man should know his kids. Straight up, you should be able to look at your child and know that that's your child.
Right, but when your wife has slept with another man and we want a DNA test, listen, we do a lot of this and we hear a lot of testimony in this courtroom, but Ms. Carmon, I must be honest, if I was in your husband's position, I would have doubt too.
And I can understand that, but I mean,
I don't care what the child looks like.
He still should be able to look at her and tell that's his daughter.
No, you really can't, because we do this every day too.
Your Honor.
So we can't just go on that.
Them ears are so small on both of them. All of the kids got them ears are so little.
They work though.
He can hear, yeah, they work. They work. You know why they work? Yeah, he right, because he can hear a gnat pee. He can hear a gnat pee, you're right.
So the truth is, Mr. Carmon, you love Ronasia. You've bonded with her. You've raised this little girl as your own.
I love my family to death. I love all my kids the same. I just want to make sure that everything is smooth sailing. So
You
I
know
can make sure I
everything
try
is
to
smooth
leave
sailing.
more than just their last name. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna leave something and find out, oh, well,
And
later
so
on down
now,
the line and,
let me
none
ask
of
you
that.
this. I have to ask you this.
All right, go ahead.
Today,
You got to know.
if you find out that she's not your biological child, what now? Where do we go from there?
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. I just hope it all works out for the best. We can continue trying to work on this.
All right. So,
that's
Ms. Carmon, if for some reason Ronasia is not your husband's biological child, do you know how to contact this other man? Do you know where he is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I think it's time for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Miss Carmon, are you all right? You're shaking. Before I read this result, is there anything you need to say to your husband?
No.
In the case of Carmon versus Carmon, when it comes to 4-year-old Ronasia Carmon. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Carmon, you are the father. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hold on.
I told you.
Okay, get up. Come on, get up. Come on, get up.
Are you all right, Miss Carmon?
It's your daughter.
And I'm glad. Now I can continue being the father I've been being. Father of the year, I got a trophy this tall from last year.
Well, you deserve a trophy even taller for this year.
Thank you.
You all been through a lot. Miss Carmon, there was something in my heart as I read that result that says to me that there's something you haven't told your husband yet because you were worried. And when I read that result, you were relieved. And listen, it's up to you and it's on your own time. I'm thankful that Ronasia is your husband's biological child. But I want you all to make it because I think you all are such a beautiful couple and I want to see you make it and I want to see your family thrive. But the truth is the building block, okay? I wish you all the very, very best. Court is adjourned.